Good evening, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. There you go. We're coming to you live here from Dice Tower Con 2018, bringing you all the awesome board game coverage all weekend long. But first off, who are we? I'm Matt.
I'm Julie.
And we are joined here with Cameron from IELLO.
Hey, everyone.
Cameron, how you doing?
I'm good. Halfway through the con. Doing good.
Halfway there, living on a prayer.
Exactly. Pretty much.
How was Dice Tower Con?
Does it make a
treating you?
difference if we make it or not?
It's good. It's been really good. I love this con because it's more relaxed. You can
Oh,
just
yeah.
chill out in the evenings, play some games. So I'm loving it.
For sure. So I'm sure you've been demoing like a madman, though. I've seen you in the middle of the pit there for the exhibitor hall.
Yeah, that's actually I've been running the King of Tokyo tournaments.
Oh.
Or the crypto tournaments. So I've been sort of the tournament boss, and then I've had my wife and a couple other people sort of helping out at the booth, and they've been doing the demo work mostly.
Fantastic. So what has IELLO brought to the table here to show off today?
So today we have Raids, R-A-I-D-S. It is a journey of Vikings over 4 ages, and they are fighting for glory, plunder, treasure, and of course battle. It's a very high battle game. You get into a lot of conflicts, and while you're doing that, you're trying to manage that along with picking up as many resources and stuff that you can. And at the end of the 4 ages, the Viking with the most treasure, plunder, etc., is the winner.
Sounds pretty good.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I like
It's
it.
good stuff. I mean, you would have had me at Vikings. So.
Right.
Oh, of course.
So you just choose colors, whichever one you'd like.
Is there a purple?
There's orange,
There's not purple.
green, and blue.
I-
The other color is pink, but I left that one in the box.
I will take orange.
Orange. All right. So that's gonna be orange. That's yours. That's your
Since
vote.
I'm the furthest away, I will take green.
There you go.
Since it won't be near the green screen.
All right. So you do green, and then I will go ahead and take blue. All right. So I'll go ahead and just be the first player. So I get 1 laser cut and varnished.
I'm definitely
wooden
showing these up.
meat
off
Viking
I know.
people?
This is so like. You said you had me at Vikings. You had me at these meeples.
Yeah, the meeples are
Viking
so cool,
shaped
right?
meeple
Yeah.
with little axes.
You get
I love it.
2, and you also get 2. And so, if you notice, I don't know if you can show on the green screen,
Mhm.
your boat has 10 little shields on it. So that is the capacity of Vikings that you can hold on your boat currently. Yeah, that's very cool. And so each one sort of just gets placed on one of the shields, and that is what you have for right now. So what we're going to be doing is, since I'm going to be going first, I'll be here as the blue player, and then Josh will go clockwise, so you're going to be next, and then green is third. So have you guys played Takedo?
Yes.
Yes.
So Takedo utilizes that catch-up mechanic.
Yep.
That's
Mhm.
essentially what we have here as well. So I'm going first, so I'll just go ahead and go here. So now, Josh, you must go
Matt.
at least. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Look at it.
We're used
Matt,
to it.
yeah. So Matt, you must go at least here, obviously, or you can go further. You can go wherever you want.
Mhm.
You make the call. And while you're sort of thinking, I'll sort of just break these down for you. So where I stopped here are set collection. They're runes. So if you see right on here, you've got a number. It probably won't show up on the green
Yeah,
screen.
the green
because it's
screen's going to be really awesome here.
But the
not-
numbers, all right, there you go. So
Okay.
if you collect 2, you
Oh,
get
I
3
don't know. The
points.
rune standing out and floating is
That's
kind of
pretty
pretty cool.
Yeah.
If at the end of the game you have 5, you'll have 15 points. So that's set collection. Then here we have monsters. Monsters will have a number on the top of them. Each one of the numbers, the number is basically how many meeples it will take to kill that monster.
Gotcha.
So that would be 3 meeples, but then you would also get 3 victory points at the end of the game.
Mhm.
Okay. We still have another rune. This is pretty cool. If you notice here, the arrows. If you want to show that there was also one on the monster.
Yeah.
The arrows on the tiles and also on the board mean you never stop there. You always just pass by.
Okay.
So that tile means that the first person passed gets 2 Vikings, the second person passed gets 1, and then third person out of luck.
Okay.
The axes are pretty cool, which is here. So the axe will allow you to decrease the value of hurting the monster by 1. So if you had an axe on your ship, you only had to pay 2 meeples to kill this monster. That's 3.
Got it.
The sails are cool.
Oh, so when you use these meeples to take out the monsters, the meeples are leaving your control. Then you're basically sacrificing.
Yeah,
these
you
warriors?
sacrifice them to Valhalla here or whatever, this watery depths or whatever.
Gotcha.
And so you've got the sails. Now the sails at the end of each age, however many sails you have, you increase your meeples by that many.
Oh, okay.
And that is really the only. There's like one of only 2-3 ways to get meeples. The tile I talked about before, picking up meeples as you pass by the little ports here, and the sails. So economizing your meeples is super important. And then we have goods. These cute little piggies here. The goods are things that just take up space on your ship until a next age where we'll have ports as one of our tiles, and then you can sell the ports, you get them off your ship, and those will be that many victory points at the end of the game.
Gotcha.
And then finally, we have Mjolnir.
Mew mew.
And so at the end of the game, typically, oh, that's funny.
It's yellow.
Yeah. At the end of the game, typically, however many meeples you have are not points. But if you have Mjolnir, it's 1x times however many Mjolnirs you have because there are several in the game. So if you had 3, it'd be 3 times however many meeples you have at the end of the game for VPs. Oh, if you want to leave it up there,
Yep,
if you
sure
notice,
thing.
you see how there's 2 shields on there?
Yes.
And if you want to show, that's how you're going to put it on your boat, but as opposed to this, so you're going to slide that right on top. So that, if you get it, the sail is cool because it gives you a meeple at the end of the age, but it's decreasing your capacity on your boat. Whereas the Mjolnir is keeping your 2 capacity.
Oh, so I want to show off, like,
Right.
for example, this axe
Yes,
here.
that axe is
versus
better than that axe.
this
Exactly.
axe. So this axe would take away one of your meeple spots on your ship.
Right.
This one is basically just adding an axe to your ship for free.
Exactly. And then this piggy is there's no shields, so it's decreasing you by 2, and it's just taking up space in your hold until you can offload it at a port.
Some pretty fat pigs. But
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly. so now that you guys have the basics, we can start our sort of movement here. And
Sounds
it's
good.
basically a race. The only other thing I guess I could tell you is that the first person to the port at the end of the game, at the end of the age, will get 6 money. Second place will get 3 money. Third place will get 1 money. And they get these really sweet metal coins, and those are
Right?
those are treasure. That's just victory points.
Treasure!
Yeah,
But these are metal. Like, I want to
they're
keep
super cool.
these.
Victory points at the end of the game. And then you'll see on these here, we put them on top of the successive ages. There's several of these tiles. You randomize them, and you can tell. So at the end of the next stage, it won't be the first person in. It will be the person with the most runes will get the 6
yeah.
and then third and 1. And so you can sort of plan ahead in your current age as to what the next one is going to be. This is the most ports that you visited, and those will come out in the next age. And this is the most different goods that you have. And then that basically whoever has the most gets the money.
Very cool. So all of these tiles are randomized at the beginning of the game?
Absolutely, yep.
Okay.
Yep. They're
So-
all the same. It's the same set every time. It's just where they're going to be on the board.
Right. So it's going to offer like a different playing experience every time
Exactly.
you go around.
Exactly.
So can you stop in the same location as someone else?
You can. So that's what I was
Okay.
going to say. So when you can stop here.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, then you're initiating combat, though. When you
yes.
initiate combat, you have to sacrifice a Viking, and it's just gone. And then I, as the defender, have to decide whether I want to move on. I can just move on and not pay anything, or I can pay 2 meeples. And then if I pay 2 meeples, for you to stay, you would have to pay 3 meeples or move on.
Oh, so it's just
So,
bidding
so
back and
it's
forth.
ratcheting up, and it's not even a bid; it's just a sacrifice.
Gotcha.
So basically, for you to stay on the third turn, I guess you would have to pay 1 meeple when you got there, and then 3 meeples after I paid 2. So you'd have a 4 total net loss.
Oh, it's
of meeples.
cumulative.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So that's why I'm saying economizing your meeples is really important because you see we only start with 1 and 2,
Yep.
and then as we go forward, it's very hard to pick them up because another thing is every time you go to one of these monsters, if you cannot defeat the monster, you can pass by it, but you have to sacrifice a meeple. So you're constantly losing meeples in this game. So you're trying to work as hard as you can to get them.
Okay, so I'm going to play nice with you then.
Okay.
And I'm not going to initiate combat. I
Okay.
can't believe that I just said that. So I can't
Are you
beat
feeling
the-
okay, Matt?
I
Is it
can't
gonna
beat
be
the
all right?
monster. I think it'll be okay.
Are you sure?
So I have to go past the monster,
Yeah,
correct?
so you will sacrifice a
I'm going to
meeple.
sacrifice a meeple, down to 1 meeple.
Yep.
But I'm going to go and be at this rune here.
Okay.
So
So now, just as a tip, since you were so nice to me, if you were to forego this rune,
No, don't tell him that. I had already planned that.
Get
Come
all the
on.
you
meeples.
would pick up 3.
You
total
can't take it.
meeples.
There's no backsies. I've already planned
That
it.
takes backsies. Okay. All right. So then we know what you're gonna do.
Oh, yeah. So I'm foregoing to skip, and then I'm going to pass over so that I can be the first one so that I can get 2.
Well, so you never stop here because there's an
Oh, yeah.
arrow. So you would get
Pass
2,
it.
and then you would pass here, and you'd get another one.
Uh-huh.
And then now where would you like to stop here? Would you like to stop here?
I would.
Okay, so you'd stop there. So you'd pick up one here.
Mhm.
Actually, we're only playing a 3-player game, so there would only be 3 in each of these.
Interesting.
So you'd pick up one for that. You would get 2 for passing that tile first. So now you have 4 meeples. So
Yep.
you are rolling in meeples.
Oh, man.
So now I am last. So it is my turn.
And then I would take that
You don't take it until it's your turn.
until it's my
Because
turn.
somebody may fight you.
Right.
So now I'm last. So now I pick up this rune. The rune is, so you notice it doesn't have the boat thing on it.
Right.
So it just goes off to the side.
Okay.
And then now I have to move on. So here, again, I have to lose a meeple because I'm going past the monster. So I'll throw that in there.
Big scary monster.
I'm going to pass here. I get 1 because I passed that second. I'll pick up 1 for there. And then I know you got a ton of meeples over there, so I don't want to initiate combat with you.
Fire.
So I'm going to go, I'm going to pass again another monster, so I'm going to have to sacrifice one of the meeples I picked up, and now I'm here at the boat. Oh, I'm going to pick you up. I picked that up, and now I'm back to 1 meeple.
Okay.
So you notice I picked up a lot of meeples along the way, but now I'm still back to 1, which is my original
I feel
target.
that would be pretty true for Vikings too,
Yes,
though.
exactly. They're constantly fighting, and
Okay, so it's the
so
beginning.
now you're last.
Beginning of my turn, so I'm gonna pick this up.
Absolutely.
Then this
Yep.
goes off to the side, so this is gonna help for some set collection points for me.
Right.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna pass this one here.
Right. But
So I don't get anything.
you don't get anything because it's already been exhausted.
So I get this port though, so I'm
You
gonna
do.
pick up a meeple, so I'm up to 2.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna say I'm gonna initiate combat.
You're going to
with
initiate
Julie.
combat with
I
oh,
am
oh,
just
with
because I want
Julie.
her
Wow,
to
okay.
spend some.
So
some
you have to
meeples.
sacrifice 1 meeple,
I'm
and if
okay
she
with
wants
that.
to stay there, she would have to sacrifice 2 meeples.
And then he would have to move because he's only got.
Exactly. So you know you're only having to commit 2.
Yep.
to stay.
Sure do.
All right. So you commit 2. But
Sure
like you said, he is
do.
making you spend. So he's
Because
He
now
is.
she doesn't have enough to deal with that monster over there. Oh,
Exactly.
but she's gonna pick up the axe. She still will.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yep.
I didn't
Actually
think this through.
though, if you move on, she will not be able to pick that up because anything that is in between you and the next, if you're last, any space in between you and the next person is not available. It gets discarded because you can't just
Oh.
cherry pick. It's like Takedo where you have to go up to the next person.
Gotcha.
So she would have to go at least to me.
So I'm gonna go, and I have to go past this. So I have to sacrifice. That's you,
Yep.
Jets Julie. So I have to sacrifice a meeple.
Right.
Can't stop next to you because I can't initiate combat.
Exactly right.
Then I'm gonna go say hi to the piggies.
All right, so you're going to go to the port. So now, Julie, you get your axe.
Perfect.
This actually, but it still helps her because even though she can't defeat this monster, she doesn't have to lose a meeple by going by it. So now you have to go at least to here or further.
No, I'll go further and go to the next axe.
The next axe. Okay, so you're going to go here.
And I pick up a
you're gonna
meeple
pick
while I'm
up
doing
another
it.
meeple, so you're back up to 3. So I get the sail,
So
which is cool.
do the axes help in the ship-to-ship combat as
no,
well?
only against the monsters.
Okay.
Yeah. So I get my axe, which is, or my sail, which decreases my capacity, but that's okay. And see, so now I'm going to give everybody a little lesson on economizing meeples and pick on you, Matt, and go here.
Because I don't have
And
any.
now you can't go
meeples.
anywhere, so I have to sacrifice 1, but you must move on now.
Okay, so I get to go to the port, and I
Yep, so
pick
now
up a
you pick
meeple.
one.
So I
Exactly.
have 1 again, and then Julie. I don't want to mess with Julie right now, so I am going to. So the wood is like another goods area that
Exactly.
we're at, right?
That's barrels of, I think, is it timber or is it barrels? It looks like timber, actually.
Okay, so I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna jump past that, and I'm gonna go to the 2 shields and Mjolnir space.
So you're going to be there.
Totally
Sweet.
fair.
All right. So now I'm last again. So I pick up my piggies.
Mhm.
So they go on my boat. Decrease my capacity again, but that's okay.
Got a lot of stuff on your boat there,
I
Cam.
know. And then I got to pick up this guy. So now at least I have 1. I'm not going to fight. And I'll just go here.
Great. So I'm gonna pick up.
Yep. Now you got
Julie's-
double axe.
Julie's
Yeah,
got,
she's
like,
like
the
dual
all-powerful
wield
ship
axe.
right now.
I'm gonna put it back here. I feel like spacing them out visually makes me happy.
Yep.
I
You can basically have your way with any of us. Either
yeah.
of us, because we do not have enough meeples to defend.
I want Mjolnir.
Oh, she wants Mjolnir.
That's fine.
So you have to commit at least 1.
Yep.
So I can't commit to, so I have to jump forward.
You have to move forward at least to this to the sail.
Yeah, well,
or
I'll go to the sail. That's fine
okay,
with
so
me.
you're orange, right? So
Yeah.
you're gonna go to sail. So now I'm last again. I will pick up these goods, the timber, put that there.
You know, you're a Viking, not a trader.
I
right?
know. I'm like Viking merchant.
I'm the wandering merchant.
And I'm not even gonna mess with you guys. I'm just gonna move on, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pick up a meeple, and I'm gonna come over here to this guy.
Oh. It's your turn.
Yes. No, it's you're at Mjolnir.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right, because
yeah,
I'm last.
so
Last,
you
yeah.
get Mjolnir.
Mew Mew.
You
I'm
got it.
so happy right now. I
So
I
now
have
we
all
to
the
keep that in mind
axes.
at the end, towards the end of the game, because we know that now all of her Vikings are are victory points.
So we want to
At
take
least
out her
one,
Vikings
and she may
sooner
get
than
another
later.
one.
All right, so
But of course, the downside is she picked that up very early,
passing that.
so it sort of takes up space on her boat
Right.
over the next 4 ages. All right, so Matt, you get your,
Okay, I get a sale. So I'm going to
Sale?
get some meeple generation for later
Yeah,
in the game.
exactly.
So that makes me happy.
and you pick up this guy,
Oh, that's fantastic.
and now you have your choice of where you'd like to go.
I am going to. I'm gonna go say hi to you, Cameron.
Oh, you're gonna
over
come find
there.
me, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna
you've
sacrifice a
got to sacrifice at least
meeple.
1, and then I would have to sacrifice 2.
Yes.
Boo, 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 boo.
Do you really want to get rid of all your meeples?
I'm gonna move on here.
Oh, other one.
Oh, that's right.
There we go.
I'm gonna move on there.
Okay,
You pick up your good.
I pick up my
Yeah.
sheep.
Meh.
I'm really loving my boat right
we
now.
should make it a rule that you have to make the sound. of
The
what-
war sheep.
Yeah. What would the logs be though?
I've already made noises today for game purposes. I'm good.
Yeah.
So I don't need that. I'm okay. So I guess as a question, I can either not try to fight the two of you and go to this once again another goods, or I can finish.
Yeah. So I think the math probably says you should finish, because to be first you're gonna get 6 money, which is 6 VP.
Right.
So to stop here, you would be taking up space on your ship, and then you would have to spend an additional action and another age just to get 3 VP.
Right.
So it probably makes sense to just go ahead and go.
All right.
go
So
on.
I'm going to be done.
Yes. So then you're up.
Yep. So I'm gonna collect this one over here.
Yes.
So that makes me happy. I get some set collection going.
Yep.
But my question is, I don't want Cameron to have 2 sales. So I'm gonna pick on you a little bit, and I
That's fine.
apologize.
No worries.
So
That's fine. That's
I'm
fine.
sorry for raiding
And
your
I'm
ship.
definitely keeping my spot there, so I'm
Okay.
gonna commit my 2 meatballs.
So I can't up that anymore.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna race to the finish then, and get some victory points.
Okay. Interestingly, though, if you would have gone here, I would have not been able to stop you from getting it, because I have no more meatballs. So you would have been able to get that
Mhm.
if you would have stopped there, but that's okay. So that's there, and then now I am 3rd place.
Is your ship full?
It is pretty much full.
Oh,
yes.
man.
It is pretty much
That's
full.
I really
Oh,
feel
and I have
like
one-
taking
I
a
have one open
picture of the
spot.
progression of your ship is pretty it's pretty fantastic
It is pretty cool.
visually.
Yeah.
Wait, I was
have
supposed
one
to
open
progress
spot.
my ship?
Can we show
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
here? Because there's not much screen.
You can slide it across.
Yeah.
By the way, I love that each of the helms of the ship are slightly different. So
Yeah.
you got like the
Exactly.
dragon one,
Mine's got his tongue sticking out.
and I like that it's like sailing across the screen
Yeah,
here
that's
too.
really cool. The sheep.
Yeah.
I like that they're at the tail end. So you're protecting the sheep.
I am.
Of the ship. You got all your warriors up front, and your axes, and your Mjolnir, and then there's some
Yeah.
sheep.
I was trying to make it like historically accurate and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So now we do end of age cleanup. So all of these just get discarded here, and then first player gets 6 money. You were first, right? So you
Woo!
get your 6 gold. You get your 3 silver.
Yay.
And I get my 1 piddly copper. And then we distribute Vikings. So you had 1 sale, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get 1. I think you have 1 as well.
I know. I don't
No,
have any.
none. Okay, so then I get 2 for my 2 sales. And then what we do is we set out the new starting tile, which is this.
So this is going to be not who gets there first.
It's most runes.
Most runes.
And then what I forgot to tell you guys was that first in, last out. So then it flips to that.
For a turn order.
Yes. And so then we just start putting these out randomly. So that'll go there, that'll go there, and I'll explain. So, oh, there it is right away. So that is
So there's 4 ages in the game.
4 total rounds or
Rounds,
ages. Yeah,
okay.
exactly. So, and I'll just show you the different ones for this age. There's only a couple different ones. You'll notice, I don't know if you can see on the screen there, but you'll notice that the goods are now worth more. The monsters have a higher attack value. And there are some other pretty cool things.
That's no
So-
problem for the mighty jeweler.
Exactly. So this
Ding
is the port.
ding.
That's the port. So that is a place where you visit to get rid of your goods, offload them off your ship, and you also get you see the little Viking, you get a meeple.
Oh, okay.
And then if you notice the little anchor symbol, that is what this is for this next age. That's the, I guess, bonus condition.
So this would be most ports
visited. Most ports visited, exactly, because you pick up that tile when you leave the port.
Gotcha. So you pick it up, I'm assuming you put it off to the side.
Yes, exactly. Okay. It doesn't take up space on your boat. So that is there. So that's 2 goods. This is the same thing, except you can only sell 1 good. 1 barrel instead of 2 barrels. That's the only difference. And then the monsters are 4 instead of 3, like last age.
The monsters got bigger and scarier.
Exactly. And then
But he looks so happy.
Yeah, he's smiling.
Hey, guys.
And then you've got this, which is similar to the meeple one, but it's money. So first pass gets 3 money, second pass gets 1 money.
So you're plundering the village there.
Exactly. You can see the fire and the unhappy villagers. And I think that's it for this age. Those are the only real different ones.
All right, so we're running out of time here right now. Are there any differences for the future ages as well?
No, actually, I can maybe just show you the different tiles. So in the 3rd age, it's pretty cool because you've got, what do you got that's different? So you still.
I just saw that the little shields on the back of these have the what age that they correspond to.
Exactly. So you've got just crazier monsters.
The Kraken.
Exactly. And you've got double sails and double axes.
Oh.
So they count as 2 instead of 1.
Julie, I know you're salivating over that axe.
You
so
know.
question for you, Cameron. If we were to upgrade and we have all the spots on our ship filled, can we like destroy part of our ship?
Absolutely. You never have to take a tile. You can just immediately just dump it. Because you're on a ship, right? You can just dump it overboard.
Exactly.
You can not take it and just dump it overboard, or you can dump over something from on your ship overboard and replace it.
Gotcha. So we're constantly upgrading our ships here as we're going.
And then for here, on the 4th age, we have, instead of the sails, because at the end of the game, you basically don't need the meeples anymore. You have pennants, which are just victory points. They're just proclaiming your glory.
Waving
to
your
all,
of course,
for all to see.
naturally.
And then you've got double Mjolnir. And then super crazy monsters.
Oh, that's a big monster.
Yeah. So hopefully by then you've accumulated enough axes to.
And he looks so happy.
Look at the little tiny boats.
Look at.
That's awesome. So yeah, so those are really the only differences. As everything just gets sort of ratcheted up. But like I said, the game plays really quickly. It says 40 minutes on the box, but you can knock this out in 30 minutes if you know how to play, and it's really fun. I really like this game.
So 2 to 4 players.
2 to 4 players. It'll be in stores right before Gen Con. But it's going to be like one of our 3 hot releases at Gen Con. The other 2 being Legend of the Cherry Tree and Fairy Tile, which I believe we've done Cherry Tree on here before with you guys.
Stefan came on at PhD and showed off Cherry Tree, which
name
goes.
But
I've
played Fairy Tile.
Fairy
I haven't had a chance to play.
Oh, I love it. It's the aspect of weaving the stories with the just the simplicity of the movement, but also all of the 3 different characters, how they move as time progresses. Go like the dragon goes from being really easy to like almost impossible.
Really
yeah,
like, man, I gotta go all the way across.
No, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And the pre-painted minis, 3 pre-painted minis coming.
Yeah,
that's one thing is I haven't had a chance to see the gameplay of it at all. But every time I walk past a table where it's on, it's got such a nice table presence. It's a very pretty game,
and it's very small too. It's not a big footprint at all. You can play.
Correct.
It grows as you play, but even
at that, it's pretty compact.
Yeah, it's not bigger than really this size. So yeah, so that is Raids.
So do we have a price point set for Raids right now?
$45.
$45. Okay.
It would have been 40, but you get these metal coins.
Metal.
You get these wood meeples. You get the wooden longboats. You get the high gloss tiles and the really nice satin finish board.
Yeah, the component quality is really nice for this game.
Yeah, we tried to make it pop. I mean, we figured for an extra $5 MSRP, it's worth it rather than hitting somebody up for like a deluxe version or like a where you got to go buy the extra stuff. I think it just makes it much better to have these nice coins than the the chintzy cardboard.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, the quality of everything.
Yeah, these are really thick.
And they hold up.
Right,
I mean, we've been like, this is the library copy for Dice Tower Con.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It looks like you just popped everything out before you came.
No, this is actually the library copy because
wow.
I was. I'll admit, I forgot. I knew that we had the interview, but I forgot to bring the games with me when I left, and then they locked the door. So when I got back, I was like, no. So I just went to the library and pulled them out before.
Nice.
So yeah, so it was. This has been played many times, and it still, I feel like, looks pretty good.
Fantastic. Cameron,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining
thank
us on
you. Thanks
stream
for
today.
having
We
me.
really do
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank you
it.
very much. Love to be here.
And thank all of you for watching at home. This is going to wrap up today's presentation from Dice Tower Con 2018, but tune in tomorrow for more cool board game coverage from the rest of the weekend. But for now, signing off, I'm Matt.
I'm Julie.
That's Cameron.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.